Intense spiritual energy is hitting planet Earth right now. UFO sightings are increasing across the Earth, and it makes me wonder, is the solar flash imminent? This is Mahadeva the Thunder Wizard, and this is still Tuesday, March 21st. Here in Australia would be March 20th. You're probably in bed, wherever you are. If you're in the United States or Europe. I'm just reporting myself. I am having a huge increase in energy downloads today. I had to, after I made my video, I had to lie down and I was just conked out. And I was jolted with all kinds of really high vibrational energy. And since then, I've been feeling more and more energy and activity going on. And let me give you one of the biggest effects of the energy as it's hitting me. It's almost as if I look out in the sky, it's almost as if some kind of film has been taken off. It looks the same, but there's this feeling that I can see more deeply into the sky. I'm having this feeling of the understanding that Earth is surrounded by other civilizations, by other conscious beings that are just part of our existence, just like the trees that are surrounding me are part of my existence, and the energy of, that there are planets and stars, they're out there, we're connected to that. I came to realize today that I'm just having this sort of baseline feeling and understanding that it all makes sense, that it's not this crazy idea that, we're surrounded by higher dimensional beings that are part of us, that are connected to us, and that Earth is one of many infinite numbers of planets filled with conscious beings, and that we are all connected. Of course I knew that, and I've learned that more and more over the past 9 months or so, but today it's just feeling like that's just normal. And that's a new feeling, and it feels like this is something directly connected to the energy that's hitting the Earth. I'm going to put a link in the description. If I've sent the person a message asking, can I use this video to do an analysis on it? But I'm going to put he might have, oh no, maybe he responded. No, he didn't. I'm going to put the link in the description because this is apparently, now I don't know, could be fake. That's a possibility, but apparently this UFO investigator says he just got this video from somebody in Canada, and the ship the UFO that is in the sky, and this woman sounds legitimately very frightened. I'm pretty good at sensing when somebody's acting, and I don't think she's acting. And she seems pretty frightened, and you can hear an engine connected to this UFO, which means that for three basic reasons, this is a human-created craft. Remember, I've been saying that according to the astrological signs, we are going to see signs in the sky. There are going to be things going on in the sky, and we're going to be having two things going on simultaneously. The narrative, the fear-based narrative, is going to ramp itself up. And we're seeing that with, Donald Trump supposedly, going to be arrested, and him asking for protests, which makes the left say he's trying to foment violence again. And so they're trying to distract you from that. President Biden has basically been caught taking millions of dollars from China and giving it to his family, and that is being distracted. And now, and of course, more and more revelations having to do with the pandemic and the lockdown, and that narrative being destroyed. And then you have now all of a sudden I think we'll wait and we'll see, but it would not surprise me if you don't see a rash of UFO sightings. And these UFO sightings are not going to be extraterrestrial in origin. They are deep state, black military operations. And we have, as I've said before, the one world deep state government has its own Army, Air Force, and it has its own military force of spaceships. So many of the spaceships you see, like Tic Tacs, definitely human-made. Those some of those pyramids, those are human-made. Many of the flying saucers, especially the ones that that wobble, those are human-made. And those giant V-shaped crafts. The only reason they look like UFOs is because we haven't seen them. If the military had come out and said, we've made this huge ship that's the size of a V, and we would go, oh, it'd be a new ship. But that's what's in this video. Now, I'm saying we're going to see more of that because this is the distraction. Because I think we are ramping up. The universe is ramping up, perhaps for the event, perhaps for the Solar Flash event. I'm not making a prediction. I don't know. But I definitely have been getting the feeling for the past few weeks, something big is coming. I've been getting these downloads from my friends. Something is coming. I've learned not to take these things, get too attached to my downloads, because it is possible. I'm human. I might, misinterpret or impose my own fantasies on things. So I've been sort of taking it at face value and not really getting attached to it. But after the very clear energy messages I'm getting today, this video that I just saw, how frightened this woman was, this is definitely seeming to indicate that both sides are, heading towards a clash. And the clash is going to be, you have to decide which narrative you want to accept. Do you want to accept the challenging, hard to believe narrative that we live in a universe that is populated by beings, infinite numbers of civilizations in many different dimensions that have been with you your whole life, that are the same as angels and the same as spirit guides and elves and fairies, gods? Or do you want to accept the narrative that there are evil aliens out there that are coming to invade Earth? So don't pay any attention to all of the corruption and all of the lies that are being exposed to you. Don't pay any attention to that. Pay attention to this. Which narrative do you choose to accept? Both are going to be challenging in their own way. The narrative of the light beings is challenging because in order to accept it, you have to let go of a lot of your 3D fear-based attachments, which you are attached to because you believe your survival depends on that narrative. I know. Remember me, May of 2022. May of 2022, I didn't believe in ETs. I was, I was still struggling with the whole COVID narrative that we had. But, when I got hit with the reality that I live in a science fiction movie and that this 3D reality is a dream, and outside of our little 3D matrix bubble is all of our higher dimensional family members who are watching. They're communicating with us to the best of their ability. And it's very hard for us to wake up. That's going to be challenging. To be loved and to be seen for who you are is going to be very challenging. And some people, I don't wish this on them, but based on past experience, some people will reject the unconditional love of our higher dimensional relatives. because it's too frightening and too painful. They would have to feel all of their unresolved pain, and for understandable reasons, people don't want to do that. It's going to be challenging for the other narrative, the narrative, the fear narrative of there are aliens. As I said, just recently, the mainstream media and the Pentagon came out with this story, this ridiculous story, saying that they've detected a mothership, an alien mothership in our solar system, and we could be getting probes from alien ships, and they're just throwing it off like it's a nothing. And again, the Pentagon doesn't talk like that. So if the mainstream media is getting that from the Pentagon, it means the Pentagon is planning. They are planning to fake an alien invasion. And here, just a couple days later, this video shows up of this woman freaking out as she's filming this giant V thing that's floating through looks like a large city in Canada, and she's flipping out. So the thing I want to encourage you to do is to do the energy work. I don't care where you are, what part of my path you're doing, the free stuff, I don't care. Do something. Do the Hul breath, do the Huar breath. We'll make some videos about that. I think what I'll do now is I will upload, or I will set it up to have a 24/7 Huar mantra playing all the time. You can be playing that while you're doing your work. Let the energy shift happen. It could be right now. Some people have been saying Wednesday, something big is coming. We'll see. That would be Tuesday for a lot of you, Wednesday for me. We'll see. I'm not attached to anything. I don't need anything to happen, but I'm just telling you what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling, and it feels big. We'll see. At the very least, worst case scenario, you will have meditated and you will have gotten some energy and empowered yourself up. If you know how to do interdimensional meditation, I encourage you to do that so that you can get connected to that energy. Because as I said, it feels, whatever's going on, it feels big. And I've come to believe that the deep state has a very good finger on the pulse of what's happening energetically. And so whenever the universe, the true, spiritual source of the universe, the quantum consciousness of the universe, the true God of the universe, when that power starts to shift things around, they're going to respond to try and keep us down and in fear. So I want to encourage you to not be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. Nothing but good things are coming, and it could be right now or right around the corner. Don't get too bent out of shape about it, but definitely do some energy work and just stay open and surrender to whatever energies are coming. So I'm going to do that as soon as I finish this video and get it uploaded. I'm going to then put 24-hour Huar mantra so that we can charge up this this shift, hopefully. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys soon.